we're excited to play with our fun pumpkin base. This one is dimensional. It's got this cool curve to it, which just makes it look so much more realistic and fun. And I, of course, love that. And you can see our florals we have over here to the right. We're going to be using all blue and orange and kind of pick up the background color that's in this one. Striking. It's going to look so great on your front door. So I'm going to take you step by step how to make it. We are going to be making a bow too, and there'll be another video for the bow so you can get access to that as well. This is floral foam. We're going to use a bit of that up here. That's how we're going to attach all these fun florals. So I've got like a 3x3 block. It's about 2 inches deep, and I am putting that over here in my electric skillet, getting some glue on it as you see, and then I'm going to scrape that off to some extent. I want to leave a good coating, like a nice brownie icing, but not too much. Now remember, this is hot glue. It still can burn you. It's dangerous, so I want to be very careful. I'm going to put that right here to the top of my pumpkin, and then I use these little wire pins. They're called U-pins or floral pins, and we're going to put those in here to help secure this. So you need these as a backup. The glue is great, but you need these grabbing the wire frame of the pumpkin, so you're going to see me grab that just for security. I'm always making my things to sell, and I love to teach you how to sell as well, but you need to know how to make things that hold up well. So when I'm teaching you from experience. We don't want them falling apart, okay? Over the long haul, we want them staying together nicely. So I'm going to put, let's just 3 of these pins in. And you might want to flip it over and get a couple more from the back. Let's do 4. The more the better, so it stays in there securely. And it doesn't pop off. Look at this. This is fantastic. Boom. Okay, they're in. Now, our florals we're working with today are going to be this gorgeous peony that's a really beautiful blue. We've got some pumpkin spray. This is just a really fun spray. They're very whimsical on there. A blue filler, and then a orange and cream filler. So that's our whole mix. For this design, I really want one side to cascade down more and a smaller amount on the other side. So in order to achieve some balance, we're going to start off with these pumpkins first and kind of set what we want to be the dramatic part of the design. So I know I want these kind of coming off to the side, so I'm going to grab my wire cutters over here, and we're going to take off one section in this part right here. I'm going to pull it back just a little bit and then cut it, and we'll keep this for another part of the design. I'm going to use that somewhere else. We're going to pull that off, but I want these 2 pieces to kind of get the party started over here, and you'll notice one's a little longer than the other, but I can use their very long wire and attach them to my foam, no problem up here. Okay, so one's kind of going out to the side, one's going out to this middle. Now, it's important that you kind of think about where these pieces are going. This is how I teach guys in design school. I want you to know it's important for your depth, your dimension, your movement of your design to think about how far am I going to go out. And we call that setting the perimeter in design school, and we usually do that with greenery. But today we're going to kind of start it off with pumpkins because they're long and lush, and they're kind of our fun part of this. So I'm going to take and pin this into the top of the foam. So you don't always have to poke into the foam. You can use floral pins and pin things in. So I'm going to do that right here and pin these in. You got to use glue to hold them, okay? So we'll get a couple of pieces in to hold that nice and tight. And I'm going to put them on the bottom right here. Oh my gosh, look at that. So awesome. Okay, let me put this one in here. I got a couple pieces and he's in. All right, now we're going to build on top of that. And I am going to start off with these peonies. They're going to fill up some territory in here. Now, I do not want to use their greenery because I've got my other greenery picked out. So anytime you want to save that greenery for another project, you just push it down on your bush, just like this. And listen, I can come back to that anytime if I want that greenery for something else. But I want to cut these stems as long as they'll let me. So just push those leaves down and trim them. Because we need some length for this one we're doing right now. Because I told you we're going to make a kind of a cascade. So I'm going to start it with these. So let's take one of these and give it some movement that way. Since we're kind of going on that type of curve, give it a curve to match that. And let's put that one in. Everything needs to go in the glue before it goes to the foam or it won't stay, okay? So our first piece is going in. Now let's have one that's a little bit longer. Now to get down here, I can't go into the foam, but I can go into the base of the pumpkin where these like the indentations in the pumpkin are, I can push right into there. Oh, so perfect. That one can go there. I'm gonna have him curve that way too. Everybody's gonna curve back. Now my third one's gonna come up here a little bit right into this zone. So we get a pretty one curved in there. Oh, perfect. All right, so we've kind of set our perimeter with pumpkins and flowers to start us off. See how pretty already? I'm telling you, this is gonna be pretty. Now, let's take our other pumpkins, and we know we want those to be on the other side. We want to kind of balance it out a little bit. So I'm gonna take these, and these need to be shorter because we want that side to be long and this side to be short. We're gonna take these, grab them, and push them in my left side of my foam and get them started, okay? Add a little balance. I also have to think about the weight of a design. I can't have too much heaviness without some over here, but we're gonna kind of trick the eye by letting this go down longer and this be a little shorter. So now let's take these two pieces and have them, one come in to the center tight, like right here, a little bit higher than this one so they're not at the same level. We'll pop that one in. You guys, if you enjoy the way I'm teaching here and this design, we'd love to have you in design school. We teach you how to make floral designs, the fundamentals of what we're doing. Of course, we have the step-by-step for every project, and we have supply list discounts for our students on our supplies. But you also get the mentorship of Klee and her team, and also you get fabulous community of other designers who are doing the same things that we're doing here. And that is super valuable because they can help too for you to learn how to do these things step by step. Now you can see it, we've set a great foundation, haven't we? We set our perimeter with our pumpkins. We came back with our focal pieces of our beautiful blue peonies. And we may not use all these, and that's okay. Those can be for another project. But I'm ready to get some of our filler flowers in here to add that softness. We're gonna start with our blue bush. This has the beautiful greens and blues. It is a gorgeous bush. And we're gonna start off by pulling these two clusters down. And I'm gonna leave that main stem long because I want something long to reach way down there. So pull that out and you're gonna have some nice smaller pieces to put in a second. All right, but let's focus on getting this one down into the action down there. So let me lay this down into the pumpkins and the peonies. Ooh, that would be a perfect length. So I'm just going to trim it right here and just pull off any of that paper, and we'll hide the rest here with all of our fun stuff coming in. All right, and I'm going to put this in. I'm going to try to put it under my other stem since some of the paper came off, and that way I can hide it. Ooh, perfect. Where there's a will, there's a way, guys. Bring this around. I want that peony to stay right where it's at, and we'll put that blue around it. Beautiful. Now let's have a little bit shorter in there. And I'm going to use these pieces right here. Now that did come unwrapped a little with the paper, but you don't worry about that. Just take one of your wires, wrap up your cluster, and then just cut it even, okay, where it's all nice and even stems. I'm going to cut that over the trash so that they go into the trash. You see how the nice cut I got? Now I'm going to take and put that into my glue pot. And we're going to put that right in here close to the front and let this just kind of come out. Oh, pretty. So we've got some of the greenery here kind of tucking into the base. I love that. Now we need some of that blue on this side. So we've got all of this left. That one spray had quite a bit on it. I love those. So many different fun textures. Now I'm going to pull, if you ever see something like this on a stem, it's just a support piece from the mold. You just pull that off. If it's like a little pokey thing, sometimes those are left, especially on these fern pieces, you'll see that. Same thing, twist that around, make your own little cluster, and then trim it off. Easy. All right, let's come over here to the side, and I'm gonna get it in the glue, and this is gonna come through these pumpkins right here, and really soften that up, come down and around. Oh, so pretty, so pretty. Now, before we put anything else in, we're ready to put our bow in now. So I know you're excited about that. The bow is going to go in, and then we'll fill in with the orange. So our bow we made is super cute. We have the video for you guys to learn how to make this. Look how cute this is. Isn't it great? And this is going to go right here, just dead center in the middle. Oh my gosh. This formal look of this bow goes great with this traditional design where we've got it lower and higher. It just works excellent. So I'm going to take and tie this cable tie in the back. We're going to put that onto a floral pin because we're going into foam here. So we'll be able to push this pin right into the foam. So I'm gonna put that really tight, trim it off, and now we're ready to put that right in. And I'm gonna go a little bit lower instead of higher. I'm gonna go a little bit lower on the foam because we're gonna still put floral and stuff here at the top. Oh gosh, this is a perfect bow for this design. Turned out great. Now let me get some glue on that pin. Just bring it right to my pin and we'll put it in. I'm going low on the foam, like we talked about. Right in the middle. We're gonna shape that out. Bring some of those tails below and above. You want both. Cutie patootie. Look at her shine. She is shining. So now let's grab some of our orange florals and we're gonna add in these for dimensions. So I just take and tear this bush down also, and we'll do that and we'll get several clusters here. And then I'm gonna trim all those off so they're nice and neat. And we could use these throughout the design. I left that one piece longer. You know why, because we need to get down here to the longer party, where the longer part is happening. So on this side, we're staying long and low. So I'm gonna take and put some glue on it. And we're gonna pop it in down here so she can shine all over here. She's gonna kind of run to the outside a little bit, but we're gonna take and bring that peony right through her. Isn't that perfect? Oh gosh, so beautiful. Now I'm gonna work on the other side. And we'll have another piece just kind of matching where we put that. Once again, we're shaking hands just like we do in design school. We are manipulating all the pieces right in here. And we're gonna have this come out to this side, and I'm just gonna bring that peony right in front, tuck that. And then let's have a little bit of orange kind of come out in the front. Let me grab our longer piece here. This one can run out the front of the bow, maybe to the left this time. How about a little pop of orange on the left? Now you're going to be adding pieces. Oh gosh, that's perfect. Adding pieces in here to the bow still. So don't worry about that. That's not all covered because we've got to add all this. Now this little piece of grass is a little too long for the bow. So we use this over on the right side where we've got a little bit more going on. So I'll put some more in here. That's perfect. Now we've got these fun little blue sprays that we're going to put into the center. And I'm going to cut these shorter because we want these to work in right up here by the bow. And I love to have one low and one high. So let's put a high one here. Oh gosh, that is perfect coming out of the bow. Let's do a low one right in the middle. You can even cut it shorter because it's going really tight to the bow. We'll get some glue on that. This is a striking pumpkin. By the time we're done with it, it's gonna look good. Let me get this wire in here to the glue. There we go. Perfect. And just tuck that right into the top of the bow coming out. Fluff it up. We have a little bit of orange left and a little bit of fern, so don't let any of this go to waste. Put it right in to the top in here because we want to really make this look wispy around the bow. If you get a glue string, just grab it off there. Try to eliminate them from the beginning by going around your bamboo stick or your dowel rod that stays in your glue pot. I like that because it keeps the glue strings to a minimum. But don't forget to take that off because it could potentially cause a fire hazard. So don't turn off that glue pot if you're not working with it. Make sure you're turning it off for safety. Look how pretty this is as we tuck all in. Now if you have any little gaps where potentially my customer could see the foam in the background, I will cover that with Spanish moss, okay? But look how this just came together. These last few pieces really tied the bow in, and I love it. It's turning out so cute. I want to put those little ferns there right in top of this. Look how cute it is. And if you don't want to miss another video from us, make sure you're on the text list at 832-734-5201. Text us VIP. All right, I'll see you next time, Bloomerinos. Bye, everyone.